Whoa! 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 What's up YouTube, SalvoG here, and welcome back to another Emerson, Lake and Palmer reaction video. This will be the second song that I've heard from them. First one, really good. So this one is called Toccata, and this particular reaction video is brought to you guys over by VIP on Patreon. Thank you, Robert, for the requests and the support per usual. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So before we get into this one, and we will very shortly get into it because this is a little over 7 minutes, so I don't want to take too long on this page, but I want to know what, a little bit before we get started. Brain Salad Surgery, everybody, from 1973 is the album. Brain Salad Surgery. That is a mouthful, huh? What is that about? But, alright, this is an adaptation of a 1961 classical piece called Toccata Concertata? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Toccata Concertata by the Argentine composer Alberto Ginastera. And it was arranged by Emerson, Lake and Palmer by their keyboard player Keith Emerson, who had a keen interest in classical music. That is very interesting. Are we going to get like a classical mashup with some rock pop influence? I have no idea. I don't know what to expect here. But anyways, this is the first rock song to use electronic drums with the help of an electronics expert the group had on hand. Carl Palmer created a system where his drum kit would trigger programmed sounds. That is sick. That is really sick. In the middle, you hear all these atmospheric pre-programmed sort of keyboard sounds, he said in his Songfacts interview. They're all being triggered by the drums with a mitigator on the floor where I can have an octave divided, change the sound up or down to each individual sound. Wow, and there was roughly 8 of them, so those 8, 16, probably 24 sounds, the same sound, up the octave and down the octave. Holy smokes. This is going to be wild, I feel like. But another interesting fact about this before we start, the concert set a record for the largest number of paid attendance at such an event. Although more people attended the festival at Woodstock in New York, only a few had purchased tickets. Wow. Another record established at California Jam was the largest, most powerful concert sound system ever assembled. Really neat. Okay. Why don't we get started here? Excited for this. Make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't yet. You guys, please leave a like on the video. It helps out the channel and the videos a lot, actually, so I appreciate that. Let's get into this. Whoa! That was loud. I'll turn it back up once this little intro is finished. Oh, what? That is funky. Oh my God. There is a lot happening right now. What is happening? Oh my gosh. This is... This is interesting. Kind of sounds like a movie soundtrack. Like a chase or a heist? Kind of trippy. Wow. What year is this again? 74? Wow. I have a question. That's pretty sweet, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. I like that sound a lot. Tell you, it keeps you interested, that's for sure. I have a question. Is this considered, so this was 1974. This is considered outside the box for that time period, I'm guessing. I mean, they are using a lot of what's the word? Not uncharacteristic, but like outside of the norm means of creating these sounds. So I'm assuming this was like pretty experimental sounding for that time, if that's the right word. I just feel like it is very different for a 74. A lot of this reminds me of playing Super Nintendo or Sega when I was a kid. A lot of the soundtracks that just like brought back so many memories. Hearing a lot of these sounds, it just reminded me of playing like the Sega and some Super Nintendo for some reason. Just triggered a bunch of memories. Yeah, that was very different. It was at times a little, I feel like, too much, but then there was a lot of times where it sounded very nice and like it all flowed very well. So I'm a little indifferent about it. I do know one thing. I was very interested the whole way through because it is unlike anything I've ever heard. Very different. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below. The song, I think, is just called Toccata, and it was inspired by Toccata Concertata. Toccata Concertata. Toccata Concertata. Say that 5 times fast. But anyways, all right, thanks, Robert. This is a different one. See, I like stuff like this, though. Gets you thinking. Not traditional. Different, outside the box. Using all these interesting things on stage like they did with the drums. That was really neat. Super different. I'm all for that. For sure. I love weird, different. It might not be weird or different to everybody else, but for me, you know, I haven't heard anything like this. So until I hear more, it is a little different, a little bit weird. That's okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.